Good morning Year 7 and welcome to today's maths lesson. Let's start off with a quick starter, shall we? Can you please work out 16 times 9, 75 divided by 5 for me, and can you please find 2/3 of 27? Pause the video and have a little think. Write your answers in your light blue book now. Okay, let's go through some answers. 16 times 9, I'm going to draw myself a little column multiplication. 16 multiplied by 9. Macy Jane, what's 6 times 9 for me? 54, thank you. And KJ, what's 1 times 9? 9, lovely, plus 5 will give me 14. So I've got 144 for my first answer. I then asked you to find 75 divided by 5. I'm going to do a quick bus stop division. 75 divided by 5. Zara, how many 5s are there in 7? 1, thanks very much. Ione, what's left over? 2, excellent. And Jasper, how many 5s are there in 25? 15. So for that second question, I was looking for 15. And find 2/3 of 27. Let's draw the bar to help us out, shall we? Here's my bar, and I know that my bar is worth 27. I'm trying to find thirds of my bar, so I'm going to divide that bar into 3 equal pieces. 1, 2, and 3. Katie, how much is each of those pieces going to be worth for me? 9, lovely. So I've divided 27 by 3 to give me 9, and each of those pieces is going to be worth 9. Or 1/3 of 27 would be 9. However, I need 2/3 of 27. So I need these two parts here. Lily, how much is 2/3 of 27 going to be? 18, lovely. As I add together 2 of my 1/3 blocks. Okay, Year 7, here's a question for you. What's the quickest way to double 87? Jasper, help me out. What's the quickest way to double 87? I need to multiply it by 2. Thanks, Jasper. 87 multiplied by 2 will give me 14. And then 8 times 2 gives me 16 plus 1, 17. So I've got 174. If I draw that on my bar model, here's one lot of 87. I'm then adding on another lot of 87, just here, which means that altogether my entire bar is going to be worth 174. Can we see that, Year 7? Okay, how about if I'm going the other way? I want to halve 372. Kiara, you're up. What do I need to do to halve 372? Divide it by 2, lovely. I'm going to do a quick bus stop in the corner. Dividing it by 2. 2's into 3 goes 1, remainder 1. 2's into 17 gives me 8, remainder 1. And 2's into 12 gives me 6. So again, on my bar, I've shown the whole bar this time to be worth 372. However, I've halved it, and each of those parts is going to be worth 186. There it is. And this part is worth 186. Okay, Year 7, can you now pause the video, please? And in your light blue books, can you work out all of these questions? The answers are going to be somewhere in this settler grid on the left-hand side. You're going to be left with 5 answers. Can you then write those 5 remaining answers in the boxes at the bottom here and add those up to give you a total? Please pause the video and in your light blue books for about 10 to 15 minutes have a go at all of those questions now. Okay, year 7, these are the answers you should have got. You should have been left with 32, 56, 64, 112 and 56, which should have given you a total of 320. But why are we looking at doubling and halving? Well, we're moving on to a new topic called proportion, and we're going to throw in some wordy questions which is still going to involve doubling and halving. So my first question, it says, my recipe for chocolate mousse uses 100 grams of chocolate for 4 people. That's not a lot of chocolate for 4 people. Anyway, moving on. How much chocolate will I need for a chocolate mousse for 2 people? So here I'm going to draw my bar, and I'm going to say that for 4 people, 1, 2, split it up a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my 4 people. I'm going to need 100 grams. However, I just want to do it for 2 of them, so I just need this section here. So for 2 of them, I need to divide 100 by 2, which will give me 50 grams. So for 4 people, it was 100 grams. I divide it by 2, I half it to work out how much it is for 2 people. Over to you, Year 7. In your light blue books, can you please now work out which of these 5 questions will be solved by halving? For example, my dad weighed 80 kilograms when he was 40 years old. How much did he weigh when he was 20 years old? Can we solve that by halving? Have a little think, write yes or no next to each of those 5 questions. Pause the video for 5 to 10 minutes, and in your light blue books, have a think about that now. And here are the answers. That first question can't be solved by halving. Just because he's half as old doesn't mean he weighs half as much. The second one, I said it takes 3 hours for John and Margaret to paint their own living room. How long would it take John on his own? That one can't be solved by halving either, because now John is on his own. It's going to take him even longer, so it's not going to be half of 3 hours. However, 6 kilograms is equivalent to 13.2 pounds, and therefore 3 kilograms is going to be half of 13.2, which will give you what, Jasper? 6.6 pounds. Lovely. We can solve that by halving it. I said it takes Matt about 2 hours to walk 5 miles on a level route, so it's going to take him approximately half the time to do a 2.5 mile walk, which will take about an hour. And I said Joe took 4 hours to climb 1,000 metres to the top of Mount Everest. How long would it take her to climb 500 metres? Again, it's going to be approximately half the time, or 2 hours. So those bottom 3 can be solved by halving. Okay, Year 7, can I have your dark blue books out for me, please? Can I have the title proportion, today's date in the top right hand corner, which as it is Monday, it's going to be the 4th of May. And when you've got that in your dark blue books, can I see pens down and eyes on the board? I'll go through an example and then I'll give you one to do. So my example says, if 6 rulers cost £12, how much do 12 rulers cost? Now I've got a bar model here which shows 6. I want to know how much 12 cost. I've been told that 6, this bit here, is worth £12. I want to find out how much 12 cost, so I need 2 lots of those 6. That means I'm going to need 2 lots of my £12. They're expensive rulers. So 12 rulers is going to cost me £24. I then asked you if 3 rulers cost £12, how much do 12 rulers cost? In the same way, I've got 3 rulers costing me £12. There they are. However, I need to find out how much 12 cost, so I'm going to need 1, there's 6, there's 9 rulers, and there's 12 rulers. Each of those parts of the bar model is worth 12, so I'm going to need 4 lots of them. 4 lots of the 12, if we put them all together, gives me 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12, which gives me what, Katie? Lovely, 48. £48 for 12 rulers, really pricey rulers. Okay, in your dark blue books, Year 7, can you pause the video for 5 to 10 minutes and have a go at these 2 questions for me in exactly the same way? Pause the video and have a go at those questions in your dark blue books now. Okay, let's go through some answers. So for this first one, I've been told that 8 rulers will cost me £24. So I'm going to draw my bar model and I can say that 8 costs me 24. I've been asked to find 24 rulers, so that means I need 8, 16, 24 rulers altogether. Each of those parts of 8 is worth 24. Ione, how much are 24 rulers therefore going to cost? 24 plus 24 plus 24, which altogether gives me 72. So that's going to be £72. Underneath, I said if 8 rulers cost £12, how much do 24 rulers cost? So here's my 8, and we've been told this time my 8 is going to be worth 12. I need to find 24 rulers, which is going to require 3 lots of those 8s. Each of those 8s is worth 12. Altogether, I'm looking at 12 plus 12 plus 12, which gives me £36. Please make sure you've got this example in your dark blue book for me, Year 7. And when you've finished, please switch to your light blue books and have a go at these 4 questions for me and the extension as well. Pause the video for 5 to 10 minutes and have a go at those questions now, please. And here are the answers, Year 7. Please check your work and see how you did. Okay, now we're going to be looking at going the other way. Can I have pens down and eyes on the board, please? I'll go through some examples and then you can do some examples in your dark blue book. First of all, I've been told that 24 rulers cost £12 and I want to know how much 12 rulers cost. So this time I've got a bar which is worth 24. And we know that 24 rulers is going to cost us £12. But we need to know how much 12 rulers cost. Now 12 is just half of 24. So if I split my bar down the middle and I say each of those parts is worth 12, like so, I know that half is going to cost what, KJ? 6. Lovely. So this part here is worth 6. This other part here is also worth 6. And 6 plus 6 gives me the £12. So 12 is worth £6. We've halved it. want to find 8 rulers. So this time my bar is again worth 24. Move it down so we can see it. And again, that 24 is still worth £12. That hasn't changed. However, this time I want to find out what 8 rulers will cost. And I can get 3 lots of 8 into 24. Each of these parts is worth 8. 8. 8. 8. 8 plus 8 plus 8 will give me 24. So we know this whole bar is £12. So how much is each of these little bars going to be worth for me? Macy Jane. Great, each of those little bars is going to be worth £4. Because 4 plus 4 plus 4 will give me the £12 that the big bar is worth. So 8 rulers is worth £4. Over to you, Year 7. In your dark blue books, can you have a go at these examples for me? Pause the video for a few minutes and have a go at those now, please. Okay, let's go through the answers. 32 rulers cost me £20. How much does 16 cost? So this entire bar is worth £20. To work out what 16 rulers cost, I need to split this bar into 2 lots of 16. If the whole bar was worth 20, each of these 16 is going to be worth 10. So 16 is worth £10. How about 8 then? Again, my entire bar hasn't changed, it's still worth £20. This time I can get 4 lots of 8 into my whole bar. 8, 8, 8 and 8, and each of those little parts is going to be worth 20 divided by 4. So each little part is going to be worth £5. So 8 rulers are worth £5. Please make sure you've got these examples in your dark blue book for me. And then can you pause the video and in your light blue books, have a go at these questions for me. The green are the easier, the amber are slightly harder, and number 12 is an extension. Pause the video for 10 to 15 minutes and work these out now, please. And here are the answers, Year 7. Please pause the video and check your work. And that's the end of today's lesson. Can you now exit the video and have a go at the exit ticket I have posted on Google Classroom? Have a lovely day and thanks very much.